Hello everybody. I'm here again to discuss about the two motions of the earth, that is rotation and revolution. We know that earth rotates around its axis. What is an axis? Axis is an imaginary line around which earth turns around. And this axis is not a straight line. In fact, it is inclined. And the inclination of the earth axis is about 23.5 degree with the vertical and 66.5 degree with the plane of the orbit. The direction of Earth's rotation is from west to east, and the speed, or you can say the time to complete one rotation, is about 24 hours. The speed of Earth's rotation is maximum at the equator. It is because of the Earth's spherical shape. The circumference of the Earth is 40,000. So the distance covered at the equator in 24 hours is maximum, and that's how the speed is maximum at the equator. And as we go away from the equator towards the pole, the circumference decreases, the distance decreases, but the time taken is always same, that is 24 hours. And that's why we say that the speed of the earth rotation decreases towards the pole, or it is maximum at the equator. Now there are various effects of Earth's rotation, and here we are discussing mainly 3 or 4 effects of Earth's rotation. One of the major effects of Earth rotation is causing of day and night. When Earth rotates around its axis, then part of the Earth is facing the sun, and that is having a day. But the another part of the Earth, which is not facing the sun or facing away from the sun, is experiencing night. And that's causing of day and night is all because of rotation. The second effect is sun rising and sun setting. We know that sun rises in the east and sets in the west. And that phenomena is all related with the rotation of the earth. Since the direction of Earth's rotation is from west to east, and therefore places located on the east always experiences the sun rays first comparatively than the places located towards the west. And that's how the time is being calculated all over the world, and that's how the places on the eastern side always goes ahead in terms of time, and the places on the west lags behind in terms of time. So the sun rising in the east and sets in the west is the phenomena which is related with the rotation of the earth. Then the Coriolis effect. That is also one of the major effect of Earth's rotation. And it so happens that any moving object, be it an ocean current or winds, it deflects from its usual path in the northern and southern hemisphere because of rotation of the earth. And this turning around, or this deflection from its usual path towards its right or left, is known as the Coriolis effect. In the northern hemisphere, be it winds or ocean currents, turns towards its right from its usual path. while in the southern hemisphere, it turns towards its left from its usual path. And this deflection is because of Earth's rotation. That is called as Coriolis effect. The next movement of the Earth is revolution. The revolution is the movement of the Earth around the Sun. And Earth moves around the Sun in an orbit, in a path, which is called an elliptical orbit. And when it moves around the Sun in an elliptical orbit, different places, different part of the Earth faces the Sun at different angles. And that's how we see difference of temperature, difference of climate all over the world. Let's first see how much is the time does it take to complete one revolution, which is 365 1 by 4 days. And that's what we call it as a year. And this 1 by 4 days gets added year after year and becomes a full day. And that year then called as a leap year, which will have total of 366 days, and the month of February will have 29 days. So this leap year comes after every 4 years. And that's also the result of revolution. Now we can see the first effect of revolution is the variation in the duration of day and night. In certain part of the year, basically in summer, we see that the duration of day is longer compared to the duration of night. But at the same time, in another hemisphere, the duration of night is longer than the duration of day. And this variation of duration of day and night and the causing of different seasons in terms of summer, winter, autumn, and spring is because of the revolution of the Earth. One very important thing we have to remember here, that because of the inclination of the Earth axis, only the part of the Earth which is between Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn gets the vertical rays of the sun. And the part beyond that gets slanting rays of the sun. And that's how we find the areas beyond the Arctic and Antarctic Circle experiencing daylight for completely 24 hours, while in the Antarctic Circle, while in another side, you can say there is a complete darkness. Then one very important effect is the occurrence of solstices and equinoxes. Solstice means sun standing still. That means the sun rays are over it toward any of the tropics. And when sun rays gets vertical to any of the tropics, that means one of the hemisphere is inclined towards the sun. You can see in the diagram, when summer solstice occur, the Tropic of Cancer is vertical to the sun, or sun rays are vertical to the Tropic of Cancer. At this point of time, the northern hemisphere is inclined towards the sun. And at this point of time is called as summer solstice, which occurs on 21st of June. And this is the day when we experience almost the longest duration of day in the northern hemisphere. But at the same time in the southern hemisphere, there will be shortest duration of night. After 21st of June, because of the Earth's revolution, at a certain point of time, the equator is vertical to the sun, or sun gets vertical to the equator. And that point of time is called as equinox, which is called as 23rd of September, autumnal equinox. And at this point of time, the duration of day and night are almost equal. And in the northern and southern hemisphere, spring or autumn kind of seasons are being experienced. After 23rd of September, the southern hemisphere starts inclining towards the sun. And on day of 22nd December, winter solstice occur. At this point of time, the sun gets vertical to Tropic of Capricorn. That's what is called as winter solstice. At this point of time, the southern hemisphere is experiencing the longest duration of day, while in the northern hemisphere, the duration of nights are longer and season is winter. After this, because of continuous revolution of Earth around the sun, again at a certain point of time, like 23rd September, sun gets vertical to equator. And that is called again as equinox. The date is 21st of March, which is called as spring equinox in the northern hemisphere. And at that point of time, the duration of day and night are almost equal. So this solstice equinoxes, the different seasons in different hemispheres, a falling of the sun rays at different angles at different part of the earth is all because of revolution of the earth. Why do we call Norway as the land of midnight sun? Because when sun rays are vertical to Tropic of Cancer, because of the spherical shape of the earth, the areas beyond the Arctic Circle experiences sun rays for completely 24 hours. And at the same time, the areas beyond Antarctic Circle experiencing darkness for completely 24 hours. So this kind of phenomena is all because of the inclination of the Earth axis. And the areas which is between the Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn are always the areas which receive maximum heat and temperature. So this is all about the two motions of the Earth's surface and their effects. Hopefully you have understood, but still I would say you please closely refer to the diagram and study it very, very carefully. Thanks for today. Stay safe, stay healthy. There will be questions followed by this presentation, which I would suppose everybody will do it with full honesty. Thank you. God bless you all.